How's it going, everybody? My name is Lim, and today I thought I'd do something that's a little bit different in terms of videos. I thought maybe we could go game hunting. Now, usually when you watch videos like this on YouTube, most of the things you'll see are game hunting in America. And the problem is this, like the sites and stuff that the Americans use for searching for like old games and collectibles and that kind of thing aren't necessarily the stuff we use. So I thought this would maybe I could show you guys some of the stuff that we use over here in England. Maybe give you a few tips and stuff you might not have thought of in terms of like hunting for games. So the main thing that we have a problem with, in my opinion, over here is that it's a lot harder to find retro games cheaply than it is over in America. In terms of like going to car boot sales and like, you know, going out to thrift stores and stuff, yeah, you can sometimes find good stuff, but online it's a bit more Wild West, I think. And eBay, I generally stay away from because it's so rare that you can find something cheap on there. And if you do, usually a scalper will pick it up and resell it long before we get a chance to play with it. So I thought I've got up here, you can see I've got 3 tabs, 3 different places that I look for games. I thought I'd start with Craigslist just because I've only ever bought a game off Craigslist once. As you can already see from the top here, in terms of like retro gaming, it's not super fantastic. A lot of it, of what you'll see on here is things like Xbox Ones, PS4s, that kind of thing. So my first tip I would say before we start is when you're just browsing and stuff, because of the sheer volume of ads that get posted on these kind of websites, it's a good idea to have a general idea of the kind of stuff you're looking for. So I've got like a little notebook which I have of games that I'm after and consoles that I'm currently collecting for and that kind of thing. Not to say that if like a random game comes up that piques your interest, you wouldn't, you know, investigate and maybe pick something up if you see a bargain, but there we go. So we'll just have a little browse through and see if we can find anything cool. So as you can see right from the start, most of this stuff is PS4s and Xbox Ones, and that's not what I'm interested in collecting at the minute. So we'll just scroll through here. We've got a new 3DS XL, Majora's Mask. They are incredibly cool. How much is that going for? £210. That's quite expensive, to be honest. It looks like it's in good condition, and it does come with a couple of Pokemon games. But that is quite expensive. As you can also see up the side here, I've ticked every part of the UK. So if I found something and it was the other side of the country, I would have to message the seller and see if they're prepared to post. Because obviously wouldn't be able to collect. Gamer student, okay. PSP and 29 games. There we go. This is more what we're looking for. Okay. So what games have we got on here? £25. That's not a bad deal, actually. We've got Crisis Core, which is great. Coded Arms. We've things like the Lego games. They always hold their money. Medieval, I already have that. The Metal Gear games. I've never even heard of that one. That there is a good deal. So that one, we will leave that tab up at the end there. And maybe I'll come back. Maybe we'll come back to that one. Obviously, I won't be buying anything within this video. There's a lot of ads for strip poker going on here. We, of course, don't want to be buying that. Now, that's pretty cool. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Wall Scroll. That's kind of cool. That looks like that's not an official piece, I don't think. That looks like it's just a piece of custom artwork. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Gorgeous design of Link brandishing the Master Sword whilst riding his rusty steed, Epona. He's bought at London Comic Con. Ah, okay. That makes sense. £15 though. I think I'll give a pass on that one. See, look at that. GTA 5 USB mod menu, PS3, no jailbreak. Yeah, I'll pass, thank you. 1 to 79. And that is it. So as I say, Craigslist over here generally isn't particularly great for finding games. But I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the kind of stuff you will find on there. And it is mostly PS4s and Xbox Ones. But we did find that PSP, and I am going to contact them about that, because that's a good deal right there. So, this is the main site that I use personally for looking online for retro games, and that is Gumtree. Gumtree is kind of like a car boot, but online. Essentially, people sell all kinds of stuff on here. As you can see just on the main page, we've got iPhones, cars, we've got wardrobes, we've got spiritual healing, if that's what you need in your life. We have sewing machines. We have all sorts, and because of that, search, like putting in the search specifically what you're after, is a good idea. Now, the ads are grouped by region on Gumtree, so if you see something that interests you, you are going to have to ask them if they post, because the idea of it is that you're supposed to go and pick it up. So we'll start by searching for Dreamcast in video games and consoles. Okay, so we'll start by searching for Dreamcast, shall we? Okay, so we're going to start with Dreamcast. That's a console if you saw my pickup video that I most recently got, and I'm starting slowly with my collection here. I'm not looking for super obscure games, I'm just looking for kind of the classics. Stuff like Shenmue and so on. But you see, now this is one of the main things I always look out for. When you see something where they're selling in bundles, it's always a good idea just to have a look through and see if there's any like diamonds in the rough, you know, because we've got loads of stuff in here which is just trash. You got stuff like iToy Play, old football games, old FPSs and also on. But as you can see, you've got like a Spyro game in there. We've got Kingdom Hearts just sitting down there. There's a Mega Man game up the top there. These games are worth money. Stuff down here, we've got a fair Dino Crisis and Crimson Skies. Got a few decent bits and pieces in here, honestly. There's Jet Set Radio Future, something that I don't have that I've been after for my collection. Project Zero. Indiana Jones down there. I've been thinking about picking that up for a video that I've been intending on doing. Got Toe Jam and Earl up in the background. Oh dear, I remember that game. So there's a whole lot of stuff here of all kinds of different things. So the chances are they're going to want to sell this as one entire set. So we'll just have a look in the description. Not all the shown in photos, some are not for sale or already sold. Email for a list of what is available. So this is a thing where I'm probably going to message them after recording and see if they're prepared to do sell just a few bits and see what we can get. But 100, as you can see by that price, and it's not a thing. So there's a good chance they know what they've got and we're not going to get a good deal there. So see what else we can find. As you can see here, Gumtree are affiliated with eBay, so some people will dual list products through the pair of them. 11 Sega Dreamcast games, some rare games. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, we've got Shenmue. Okay, Resi 2. Nice. Let's have a look if we've got better pictures of these. Oh, that's a beat up. That's a beat up Shenmue case. That is. Nah, it's not in good condition at all. We'll get rid of that one. Faulty console. Mortal Kombat Gold. Nice. £25. That's quite a lot of money. What have we got any further down here? Console with boxed keyboard. £30. That's not bad. That's not a bad price at all, actually. 4 top games. Okay. What 4 top games do you have with your console there? It's hard to tell from that photo. Tomb Raider, Code Veronica, something that's not in a box, something that's got a completely smashed case. Yeah, no. I'll pass on that one. Thank you very much. You can tell as well when certain people are kind of mass sellers. Like you look here, all from the same place, and you look at the listing. These are people who, you know, make a living out of selling games, and the chances are these kind of people, you're not going to get particularly good deals out of those. So is that? We've got one more page over here of Dreamcast. 16 games, 3 pads, 5 memory cards, and demos. Nice. What have we got here? UFC, something I've been wanting. As you know, I'm a massive MMA fan. Something I've wanted. What's that? Can't even tell what that is. Not a clue what that game is. That's Phantasy Star Online there. As I said, I'm not massively familiar still with the Dreamcast library. I know some of the super rare games to look out for, stuff like Skies of Arcadia and so on. Yeah, I've got a list here. Slave Zero. But yeah, it's not for me. It's not worth messaging them for... It's not worth messaging them for maybe one game out of all of that, is it? Okay, so we've got a few here job lots. So we've got Marvel vs. Capcom. We've got Shenmue with the busted up case. Capcom vs. SNK. £100 or Power Stone 2 on over there. There's a few good games in this one. There's a few good games in here. So, but like you can see, like the cases are in pretty poor condition. That looks okay, but most of them don't look in particularly good condition. So I'll give that one a pass. What else have we got here? Got a cool carry case there. That one comes with 11 games, £120. That's quite a lot. Rare Dreamcast, white label, and normal repros. What we got here? Half-Life. Yeah, okay. That you see a lot of Half-Life repros going around on eBay. It's not something that's massively interesting to me. What we got? Okay, so that's all of what we've got. See, we've got this one here, 12 Sega Dreamcast games. We've got Arrow Wings. These are all like super common games. Nothing of interest there. So that's kind of all that's going about on Gumtree for Dreamcast. So one of the other things, as we bookmark through Craigslist, I'm really into collecting at the minute is PSP games. And the reason for that is they're super cheap at the minute. Really cheap. And I feel like it's like the Sony handhelds, both the PSP and the PS Vita, are both going to be incredibly collectible down the line. So I feel like now is just that sweet spot where games are really cheap. And in a few years' time, I think some of these games are going to be insanely collectible. So that's what I'm keeping an eye out for at the minute. N+, that is a good game. Already have it, though. Thousands of So when you see things like this, when they say thousands of pre-installed games, it's because they've jailbroke their console and they've got emulators. So they've got like a bunch of old NES games and that kind of thing. So it's something that anyone can do to their PSP, and it's not worth paying £90 for, certainly. What have we got down here? 14 games, £20. See what I mean? Bargain. Have we got a list? No. Super Monkey Ball is a good one. There's nothing much there that I haven't already got, to be fair. I'm not looking for a complete collection for PSP because there's multiple hundreds of games and some of them are incredibly rare even now already. So nothing much there. Daxter, Grand Theft Auto, both fantastic games if you're looking for stuff to start you off on your PSP. Daxter is probably the best platformer on the PSP in my opinion. Obviously fantastic game. And it's still dirt cheap. Still dirt cheap. What we got on this one? Nothing there really. What have we got here? Loco Roco, nice. So what we can try doing is there's a few games in particular that I'm after. But the issue I always find when you're searching for specific games, you very rarely get a good deal. Because if I type in like that's not how you spell. That was terrible. We'll edit that out. Crisis Core. Okay. No ads come up for it. But I can guarantee if we went through all of these listings here for different... We're not going through every page, obviously, because we'll be here all day. But I guarantee if you go through all of these listings, at least somewhere, you will find that game. Often, like, say, a super rare game. Conker. We'll just put in Conker. That'll just come up. See, look, Conker's Bad Fur Day. £100. Boxed, £150. Sofa, not collecting sofas. But as you can see, really expensive. Really expensive collectible game. And I've had my eye on it for ages. But literally just the other day, there was a job lot of console in the games going for £60, which had that game included. So I think it's always a good idea just to go through things like this. See, that one's an eBay one, so I won't necessarily look at that. But it's a good idea just to go through ones where it says like N64 plus games. That's not a bad price, £10 for that. It's a good idea, just N64. So maybe we'll narrow it down. N64 console. And see if we can find anything else. Here we go, something like this. So this is a job lot seller. This is. So you can't even tell what's there. That's Wave Race, and that looks like a Ocarina of Time sitting behind that. I can't really tell what else we've got in that list. And F-Zero, the Mario World, Mario All Stars Collection, Star Wing. That looks like Mario Kart up there at the back. Can't tell, but that's just that's a job lot. That is. So. Nothing of interest on that one. But this is what I'm saying. It's worth the extra few minutes of your time. Oh, £550. Maybe not click on that one. Actually, I wonder why it's going for so much money. What games are in there that makes it worth so much money, do you think? Okay, we've got a boxed copy of Majora's Mask. That's worth around £40 to £50-ish. I wonder what he's selling. See, he's not even... For that much money, what's he showing this? That's crazy money. It's crazy money. Unless he's got like 10 copies of Conker in there. Crazy money. Oh, that's pretty cool. We've got one of the Pikachu N64s. Something I've had my eye on. I'd like to have at some point. This and the Pikachu Edition Game Boy Color, but they're not for this sort of price. Not for that sort of money. Not for that sort of money. What have we got on page 2 here? 13 boxed rare games. Okay. Power Rangers. War Gods. Okay. So that guy knows what he's got, so it's nothing worth looking at. What we got here? Wrestling games and 1080. £20 fair for that if they're what you're after, I guess. It's not super great condition. So there's not much going okay for this one. So that is Gumtree. The one last site I would like to show you before I wrap up is this site here, which is called Spock, which is the boot sale app for beautiful things. So this is much the same as Gumtree. It's just like an alternative. And I have picked up a few bits and pieces on this place too. So let's look up one of the other things that I've never really talked about that I collect, but I'm super into at the minute, is collecting strategy guides. Now, if I wanted to know how to beat a mission in a game, then I would just Google it. You know, there's wikis and game facts and YouTube and all that for that kind of thing. But I really like having strategy guides for my favorite games, just because you have things like, Persona 4. Nice. But just things like this, you look at it in detail and you have things like, you have lists of all of the different like social links in here, and there's like loads of really cool artwork and all that kind of thing. And I just think they're really cool things just to have, you know. So that's not bad. £10. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. But yeah, you'll find that a lot of people sell these for next to nothing now. Like and they've got some like really cool artwork and stuff. So you've got things like there's the Witcher 3 one there, it's just £5. It's something I've had my eye on. I'd really like the Witcher 3, like the compendium thing. But that's it's worth a teeny bit more money. Oh, hello. I've already got this, but yeah, it's worth a bit of money, these ones now, especially in good condition. Final Fantasy IX official strategy guide. Full step-by-step walkthrough, screenshots. They have things like, I say, I have all these cool screenshots, and they have things like character bios and, you know, all that kind of stuff. They're just really cool things to have. Much as that, £10 for like a big bundle there. Is there anything good in there? Let's have a look. I've got Medal of Honor collects. Oh, Witcher 2. Nice. God of War 3 is in there. Metal Gear Solid 2. The authorized collection version. I don't know what that means. Okay, we might have to bookmark that one. I might message them. But one of the cool things about this app, as opposed to some of the other places, is you have an offers system where you can, like in a car boot, you can kind of haggle. You can say, I would like this, but I don't want all of them. So would you take, say, £10 including postage or something like that? You know, and that's one of the other things I would say about if you're gonna see if you can make a deal. Always be polite, be friendly. Don't be rude. Don't try and say, I will give you this for this kind of thing. Just be courteous. And you never know. I've managed to get some good deals that way just by being polite and seeing what happens, you know. See, what else have we got here? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I always find that when you're looking for like anything retro, Nintendo stuff always holds its money the best. So like anything Pokemon related, it's so rare that you find a bargain. What we got here? It's super beat up. That's probably why it's so cheap. Free bonus double-sided poster. I wonder if that's still included. Probably not. How cool is that? I don't even have that game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I've never played any of the Mystery Dungeons. You actually play as a Pokemon in those ones, right? I don't really know anything about those. Sealed copy of a StarCraft 2 guide. That's the DLC, right? Hearts of the Swarm. Don't have that. Destiny, I'll pass, thank you. Infamous. Why have they rested the image on top of a radiator? That's very odd. Infamous Game Collector's Dream. £5 plus postage. Be cool to have, but I'll pass. For some reason, someone's listed that just Final Fantasy VII by itself there. Not entirely sure why. Well, so we got Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, I'll pass. See, I prefer if I'm looking, like, as you can see here, we've got the standard 13 edition, and then this one's the kind of collector's edition one. I would sooner have the collector's edition one, because you have like the cool boxes and... Oh, that's a shame. Why are they selling it like that? Are they not selling it in the chest? So Nintendo released a Zelda chest, and it had a bunch of limited edition strategy guides for a bunch of these their Zelda games, and like you can see, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, and they all came with like maps and stuff. But you can get it. The original release came in a chest. Oh, I closed the wrong tab there. Never mind. That's the last thing I wanted to show you guys anyway. But yeah, they came in a chest, and that's super, super collectible. But yeah, these are just a few of the websites that I like to use. If this is the kind of thing you'd like to see more, maybe we'll go game hunting, maybe once a week, every other week, something like that. If it's something that you enjoy watching, you have to let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll do a bit more of this. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day. My name is Lim, and I'll see you guys next time.